awful down here. Ooh, how can these workers stand the smell of rotten fish and goodness knows what else?
Hey there. Welcome to Off-World Eats. Feel like taking your taste buds on a trip around the settled systems? Fantastic. I'm sure you'll be pleased. My husband Lee and I have spent years sourcing the most interesting foods from other worlds. You can't find this type of cuisine anywhere else in Neon. We're very proud of our specialty menu. Yes, absolutely. You must have a bit of culinary background to notice something like that. Turns out that our little niece has also created our biggest hurdle. In order for this business to work, we need an ever-evolving menu. To do that, we need to constantly source ingredients from across the settled systems. Ever since we sold our ship, it's been difficult. That's how we're operating right now. It's terribly expensive. La Torah, you're not here to listen to my life story. You're here to eat. Well, let me stop talking so you can take a look at the menu and dig in. So, what could it be? That would be so helpful. Thank you. What I need are any sort of exotic organic ingredients harvested from creatures or plants. Excellent. Oh, there's one important thing you should keep in mind. Be careful when you're collecting. It's not worth getting hurt trying to harvest ingredients from a particularly hostile life form. It's not by choice. I can promise you that. The amount of money required to maintain a business around here is utterly ridiculous. It's borderline criminal. This space in the underbelly is literally all we can afford. It frustrates me to no end that we can't aim higher. But you know what? All that really matters is that we have a solid roof over our heads and people seem to enjoy what we've brought to Neon. Ah, not at all. We met on a Trident Starline's cruise around 8 years ago. I was a trained chef and he was a nutritionist at Oishi, so we had a lot in common. We dated for a while, fell in love and married only a year later. That's when we decided to pool our money and open this restaurant. Not at all. Here you go. Remember us next time you're craving a good meal.
Guys. Another business that broke into this.
Again? Why isn't the insect protecting us? Isn't that what we're paying them for?
Well, if you like our food, you might want to buy some extra takeout meals before you leave. Yeah, at this rate, we're probably not going to be here much longer. Yeah, sorry. I guess I tend to overstate things a bit. Cosmo says I need to stop being such a pessimist, but I mean, can't help it. Administrator Bayou's crushing everyone's hopes and dreams in this city. He's making it really difficult for honest people to earn a living. Believe me, people have tried, and some were even killed for their trouble.
Bayou's proven time and time again that he's completely untouchable. Oh, it's maddeningly frustrating to watch what he's done to this city.
Look, I could go on and on about Bayou, but you clearly came down here to eat, so I shouldn't monopolize your time. Cosmo should have plenty of meals ready to serve, if you're hungry. God knows I've lost my appetite. Cosmos is the trained chef around here. No one knows their way around a kitchen better. I try to follow the latest trends and keep an eye on what's selling and what isn't. Not an easy job when you're catering to interplanetary visitors. I also handle the books and adjust the menu, which is completely driven by whatever ingredients we have on hand. Basically, I let Cosmos act like a mad scientist in the kitchen while I keep the lights on. Neither of us could make this business work without the other. Oh, so you want me to embarrass myself, eh? Okay. Cosmos and I met around 8 years ago on a Starliner tour of the Sol system. And when I say met, I mean we literally bumped into each other. Anyway, we were both part of the food industry, so we hit it off immediately. And after that, we dated for about a year. Then 2 years, we got married and opened our new business, right at this very spot. Phew, I can't believe how much time has passed. Thanks for stopping by our restaurant.
Can I get you anything? Hello. I'm sorry if I sound rude, but would you mind coming back later? We're actually closed right now. I just forget to pull down the shutters. I'm afraid so, but I don't really want to talk about it right now. Perhaps another time when I'm feeling up to it. I'm afraid not, but come back tomorrow and perhaps I'll be strong enough to speak to you. Right now, I can't.
Try some trawl? Welcome to Xeno Fresh Seafood. Would you like to try some trawl? I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to discuss matters of a personal nature or necessarily speak with customers. If you wish to register a complaint, please fill out one of our comment slates and submit it to our corporate office. I am the manager.
Oh, this is absolutely hopeless. Just buy your disgusting fish paste in a tube and let's get out of here.
In the meantime, may I suggest you try a tube of trawl? It's won the Voli Benthic Cuisine Award 9 years in a row. Hey, why don't you give me a break? I work at this shop all day, every day, elbow deep in trawl. It's gross. I mean, it totally sucks, smelling like fish paste all the time. It doesn't scrub out. Believe me, I've tried. Look, I can't really talk about this. If they see me talking to a customer about anything but food, I'm gonna get fired and I can't lose this job. If they boot me out of here, I don't get my employee allotment of Aurora. Just give me a break, will ya? Yeah, trust me, you don't want it. They take everything left over from the Aurora processing and grind it into a paste. Yeah, guts, bones, and all. And then they add some kind of oh god, what do they call it? Alginate? Yeah, they say they add that for vitamins. Gross, right? No catch? Hell yeah, it would. Why would you do that? It's gonna take a hell of a lot of Aurora to make that happen, so hand it over. So, can I get that right now, or... What? That was kind of a tease. Damn, some people can be real jerks. Now you see why I'd rather be zoned all the time. Next time, pick up a few extra tubes of trawl. You know, snack.
If you got any spare creds, I can always take them off your hands. Hey, Chief, you got any creds you can spare? Thank you kindly. You're a class bass, you know that? I'll do my best to someday pay you back. Street's honor. This isn't a donation, it's an investment. Wow, you really did me a solid, Chief. I've got no words. Oh, it's all right. Once per day is enough. I don't want you to go poor.
Stays out of the plaza. Our job is done.
Presently, no. Pastly, no. Futurely, it's a work in progress. Depends on how this fiscal quarter goes. But it's gonna take a lot for me to upgrade. I found a primo spot next to the trawl store. I got a roof over my head and all the garbage I can eat. I can't eat everything they throw out, but I can eat enough. About 6 years. I bet you could tell by how good I am at it. It took a lot of practice and some work on my messaging. But if you got any feedback, Chief, I'd love to hear it. Sorry about that, Chief. It's a habit, you know? Crap, I did it again. You want to know the trade secrets, huh? I don't blame you. It's a lot like real estate. Location and timing are big. You gotta be visible, but not so much that people call the guards. Oh, I totally did. Found it in the dumpster right next to a half-eaten chunk. And it was perfect timing, really. You see, the other day, the wind got a nasty cough and blew away all of my business spreadsheets. But that won't happen with this slate. It's like wind resistant. Way ahead of you, Chief. I was gonna wipe that slate like a dirty counter. You tell your pal at Ryujin all his weird corporate secrets are safe.
We should stick to the main plaza, unless you like getting soaked by the rain.
Hello, can I assist you with something? Hello, welcome to Generdyne. Can I help you with something in particular? Well, our conduction grid technology, as well as all of the other experimentation being performed here, is proprietary. I'm sure many of our competitors would relish the opportunity to get through these doors behind me. I'm sure you understand. This is Generdyne's power facility. We're the only utility authorized to provide power for Neon. All of the electricity collected by our conduction grid is sent here, processed, stored, and then parceled out based on the city's needs. I'm sorry to hear that you're having trouble with your service. If you wouldn't mind using one of our customer service terminals to report the issue, I'm sure we can get it solved. Was there anything else? I'm so sorry, but Mr. Bayu isn't taking appointments at this time. Can I assist you with anything else today? Oh, certainly. Have a wonderful day. Unfortunately, only Generdyne employees are allowed beyond the reception area. Any unauthorized individuals will be subject to the use of deadly force by our security team. I apologize if that sounds ominous, but they require I state that to anyone that requests entry. It's policy. I'm sure you understand. Chief Technician Brayson Bayu is in charge of this power facility. If you have any questions about our corporate structure, you'll have to speak to the current office manager in the trade tower. Apart from the fact that he's Administrator Benjamin Bayu's brother, all I am authorized to tell you is that he's our chief technician. Even if there was, why would I risk my job telling you? I'd like to tell you, I really would. According to the techs working closest to Brayson, he's in over his head. In fact, they suspect he doesn't know a thing about electrical engineering. Now, we all know how he got the job. I mean, his big brother, Benjamin, pretty much runs the entire city. What I don't understand is why he put someone with no experience in charge. It's almost as if he's running the company into the ground. To be honest, I feel bad for Brayson. He's actually a really nice guy. I hate to see bad things happening to him. Thank you for visiting Generdyne.
And while we're here, I mean, that's a given, right? Something for you when you have a moment. I have things for you.
Get lost, I have a job.
Rather be doing this than getting things done.
Yeah? Core Kinetics isn't the only game in town. Good work. I hope you made him squirm. No, that's exactly how you send a message. Still, I won't argue with results. Thanks. Styx is gonna get a new paint job, a coat of wax, the works. He's gonna look brand new. Oh, and here, for your trouble. Styx, how's this month looking?
I'm sorry. I did not understand your query. Please rephrase.
I'm asking for the same.
Wonder how many poor souls who couldn't make it in New Atlantis ended up working at the fisheries in Neon.
As technician, how goes the slate search? I see. That is actually an acceptable outcome. Given my deadline, I'll go ahead and rewrite the data and pass it on to the operative. If the data on the original slate has been erased, then no harm is done, save for the cost of the hardware. The cost will come out of your reward, of course, you understand. But thank you for your efforts all the same.